let me give you one example and then you can have a go. So now make x a subject of this. So x only appears in here. Okay. So now you've got this, the cube root of something. In the past, I would give you something like this: square root of let's say 3x. This square root means really that there should be a 2 here, but because we use square roots so often, we just leave the 2 out here, just to make it simpler. So if there's no number, if there's no number here, then it means it means a 2. Basically, it means a square root. But if you look at this case here, it's actually the cube root. So so here the square root of 4 is 2, because when you get 2 times by itself, so here 1, 2, so 2 times 2 is 4. Okay, well the cube root, let's say the cube root of 8 is 2, because well when you multiply it 3 times by itself 3 times, it equals 8. So the cube root of there should be a 3 here. The cube root of 8 is equal to 2. So when you have a square root of let's say blah 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 in here, and then equals something else, well, to get rid of this cube root, to get rid of this square root here, you would square both sides. So it would be this squared. Okay. But here, when you have a cube root, it means you've got to times this by itself 3 times. So it's going to be this times by itself 3 times. Okay. So let me do it, and then you see what I mean. Hang on. So now I will do this example. Then you can have a go after. So visualize this as this 3, and then it's just a bubble in here. Okay, equals let's say a bubble here. So what you do, you cube both sides. So all that's left is this, and this will be this cube. Okay. Well, if you have a square here, if you have this here, a 2 here, well, we don't write the 2 here. We just leave it out. Without any number, it means there's a 2 there. Basically, this means a square root. This means a cube root. Okay. So let's just imagine it's just a square root here. Okay. So to get rid of the square root, we would square both sides. Now, if we have the cube root, then we would cube both sides to get this. Okay. So hang on. So here, let's imagine it as this at the moment. So we've got one bubble in here. Let's just imagine this as a whole bubble here. Okay. Normally, I would ask you, oh, visualize this bubble and this, but let's just imagine this as being a whole bubble. Now, cube both sides. So what's left is that bubble here. So we are cubing both sides. Okay. And what over here, it means, well, we've got to use brackets. So it will mean this to the power of 3. So this means times by itself 3 times. Okay. So hang on. So somewhere find a blank space somewhere. So what this means is y squared over 2c times y squared over 2c times y squared over 2c. 2c. Now top times top. So that would be y to the power of 6. Okay, and here it will be this times this. Well, all 3 multiplying with each other. So 4, 8. And then you've got c times c times c, so that's c to the power 3. Okay, so that is what's in here. So let's put it in there. So this bubble, cubing it would be this: y to the power 6 over 8 c to the power 3. Okay. On this side, well, we're not doing anything, so we are just tidying this up. So it will remain the same, minus 7b. Okay. Now you're trying to make x a subject. So visualize it as a block here, take away this block equals this block here. So so now x is in this block here. So let's kill off this thing. Let's add 7b to both sides. So this would be So this would be hang on. This would be so we are adding 7b to both sides. So it will be 2ax to the power 3 and y 6 over 8c to the power 3 plus 7b. Okay. But here, so here at the moment we can visualize it as this bubble multiplying this bubble here. So we've got to kill this thing off. So we want to divide both sides by 2a. But at the moment we've got this block here plus this block here. So to divide by 2a is quite difficult. So let's merge these two together, and then division becomes easier. So we've got to merge the two together. So it will be this. Hang on. Y to the power 6 over 8c cubed. We're going to turn this into a fraction. 7 over b. Sorry, 7b over 1, and then times top and bottom here by 8c to the power 3. 8c to the power 3. Okay, so this will become, hang on. Okay, so this will become y to the power 6, 8c to the power 3 plus, now number times with the number, so it will be 56. b and then c to the power 3 over 8c. So we are just multiplying these two. Now you can see the two denominators are the same, so we can actually merge. So let's merge. So it will be 8c to the power 3 y6 plus 56 bc to the power 3 2a. So now we can visualize it as this. Okay, so let's divide both sides by 2a. So dividing both sides by 2a, well, when you divide, you've got a fraction, you're going to divide it, so it gets multiplied to the bottom. Okay, it's going to get multiplied to the bottom. So at the top will be 6 y to the power 6 plus 5 6 bc 3 over. Now 2a multiplied to the bottom, so it will be 16 ac to the power 3. Okay, and then on this side it will be x to the power 3. Now if you want x on its own, you're going to have to, well, if you have x squared equals blah 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 blah, to get x on its own, you would square root both sides. So it will become this. Okay, well, x to the power 3, if you want x on its own, then cube root both sides. Then cube root both sides, so it will be this. And stick a 3 in here, okay? So that means cube root. So y to the power 6 plus 56 bc to the power 3, and then 16 ac to the power 3. So x is on its own, okay? Now it's your turn. Okay, so this here, so yeah, visualize it as this thing here, and then later on you've got to times this by itself 3 times. So do what you have to do, press pause and have a go. Okay, so let's cube both sides. So on this side it would be it would just be what's in the bubble there. So it'd be this minus 2y. On this side it's basically this. Hang on, 4e to the power 3 over 7a times 4e to the power 3 over 7a times 4e to the power 3 over 7a. Okay, so you've got 3 fractions multiplying each other. So let's merge all the numbers together. So 4 times 4, 16, and then times 4 again. So this would be 24, carry the 2. So this would be 6. So 64. Okay. So So the top will be 64, and then e to the power 3 times e to the power 3 times e to the power 3. So that's e to the power of 9. Okay, and then 21 times 7 here. Hang on, 20. What? 7 times 7 is 49, and then times 7 again, because we're trying to get 7 times 7 times 7. Okay, so this will be 63. So 3 carried is 6. This will be 28. 28 plus 6 will be 34. Okay, so it would be 3, 4, 3, a to the power of 3. Yeah, a to the power 3. Okay, let me just tidy this up. Hang on. Okay, so what on the left hand side is just ax squared minus 2y. Okay. So now let's add. So now visualize this. Take away this. So let's add 2y to both sides. So it will be this 64 e to the power of 9 over 3, 4, 3 a to the power of 3 plus 2y equals ax squared. So now we know we've got to divide by a. Okay, but we've got two blocks here. So let's merge them together. Then division will be much easier. So let's turn this thing into a fraction. So hang on, 6 4 e to the power of 9 over 3 4 3 a to the power of 3 plus, well, turn this into a fraction, over 1. Now times top and bottom by the same thing. So 3 4 3 a to the power of 3 times 3 4 3 a to the power of 3. Okay. So hang on this side it will be ax squared. So this will become 64 e to the power of 9 3 4 3 a to the power of 3 plus, now number times with the number here, so that will be 6. Okay, and then sorry, I'm going to write this neatly. 3, what is it? 3 4 3 a. So messy. Sorry. Well, remember we are timesing top and bottom by 3 4 3 a to the power of 3. Okay, so sorry, so 6. So 2. Hang on. Let me do this over here. So it's y over 1 times 3 4 3 a to the power of 3. Okay, I know at the bottom it's going to be this, a to the power of 3. At the top, so number times with a number here. So it will be 2 times this number here. So that would be 6 8 6. Okay, and then a to the power of 3 y. Okay. Now the two denominators are the same. So this on this side it will be this. Now the two denominators are the same. We can merge them. 3 4 3 a to the power of 3, and here it will be 64 e to the power of 9 plus 6 8 6 a to the power of 3 y. Okay, and then on this side is just this. Now we can divide easily. So divide both sides by a. So remember, when you divide by a, it gets multiplied to the bottom. So it will be 3 4 3 a to the power of 4. Okay, this will be 6 4 e 9 plus 6 8 6 a to the power of 3 y. And on this side is just x squared. Now square root both sides. So you, well, take the whole thing down, which is 6 4 e to the 9 plus 6 8 6 a to the power of 3 y over 3 4 3 a to the power of 4, and then you just square root it. Okay, and then you're done.